In this video, I will show you how to finish off your embroidery project by backing your embroidery hoop to cover up all this, the back of the stitching, and just to make it look neat and get rid of all this fabric from around the outside. In order to back your hoop in this method, you're going to need another hoop that's the same size, so the same hoop. You're going to need a pen. It doesn't have to be a friction pen, but I have this one to hand as I use this for embroidery all the time. You're going to need some felt. So I've picked a colour that I think matches one of the stitches that I've got on this project. And you're going to need some thread, preferably thread that matches your felt, just so that it's really neat. And you're going to need a needle, and you're going to need some scissors to cut your felt. Okay, using your felt and the embroidery hoop that's the same as the one you used for your embroidery project, you're going to unscrew it and you're going to use the smaller inner part of the embroidery hoop. You're going to place that onto your felt and you're going to be drawing around the outside of that embroidery hoop because you're then going to cut it out. Now that I've drawn around that circle, that's going to be the perfect size to back my embroidery hoop, so I'm now going to cut it out. And I'm going to try to be really careful that I make sure it's really neat and circular. Now that I've cut this piece of felt for the back of the embroidery hoop, you can see that's a perfect size. You just want it to cover the wood around that. So when we've sorted all this fabric out in a minute, it'll just be sewn onto the fabric at the back. So when all the fabric's out like that, you want to make sure the circle is perfectly covering that outer edge of that inner circle. Before we put the felt onto the back and stitch that on, we need to get rid of some of this fabric that's around the outside because there's just far too much at the moment for us to be able to hide behind here, and it'll just look messy and it'll be difficult to cover it over. So I'm going to take some fabric scissors. I'm not going to use my embroidery scissors for the fabric because I want them to just be used for thread so that they stay nice and sharp. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around this fabric. I'm not going to go too close to the hoop at all. I'm just going to trim it. You need to make sure you've still got some fabric around the outside, otherwise the fabric won't stay in the hoop, and also you need to have enough that you can fold in. So I will cut that and I will show you how much I've cut off. That should be about enough that I've cut off. It doesn't need to be pretty or even, it's going to be hidden anyway. But look, so there's still plenty at the back, enough to be able to gather it all and put it behind the hoop. And you can see how that will look once the felt is covering it all up. So I'll show you now how we get the felt on the back. Okay, so using the felt that I've cut for the back, something that is probably quite important is making sure you're using the right side of it. So some felt's slightly different on each side. This is the same on both sides, so just make sure you're using the nicer side is facing up so that the back of your hoop is using the nicest part of it. And also, if you didn't use a friction pen that erases to draw the outline of this circle, you're going to want, there's bits of pen there, you see, you're going to want that to go on the inside as well, so you've got the nice non-messy, non-pen side facing out. Okay, first of all, you want to stitch one stitch into the back of your fabric. So here at the top, let's start at the top. So you're just going to go underneath the fabric and back through, making just a little stitch just so that your thread is attached. So just pull that through. There we go. So that means that your thread is at least, it's started, it's attached. Now we're going to put the felt, sorry, not the fabric, felt onto the back. I'm just checking I'm using the right side. Okay. So there's the felt on the back. And then I'm just making sure it's in line. So it's covering just over the fabric. And then we're going to use a blanket stitch to attach this to the fabric. So don't worry about all this fabric for now. It's actually really hard to keep it all in whilst you're starting off putting your felt on. So as you go round, you'll tuck the fabric in, it'll be fine. So then we're going to do the same again, like we did with the fabric, but over the felt. So we're going to make it small. The smaller, the better, because we want it to look really neat. So I've just done the same thing, and then I'm going to take this thread up here and I'm going to wrap it around the needle, like so. And then I'm going to pull up, and there's the start of the blanket stitch. And then I'm going to work my way around. So as I go, I'm going to make sure all the fabric is tucked in. So even these tiny bits, I want it to look really neat. So then I'm going to go slightly to the left of that stitch I just did. Go up through the felt and through the fabric. So you're capturing both together. Take the thread that's up here, wrap it round the needle like so, and pull. And there you can see the classic blanket stitch. So I'm going to do this all the way around, and I'm going to be kneading in the fabric, tucking it in behind that felt every single time. And I want to make sure that my stitches are the same length as I go around, so I'm going to be careful that I do that, and also that they're the same width apart as well. It's hard to get it exactly right, but the harder you try to make it even and the same as the last stitch, the neater it'll look. So just for one more time for you, I've gone through the felt and through the fabric. And then once the needle's through, I'm going to wrap the thread around the needle. And then I'm going to pull. And you might find as well that you want to just neaten the previous stitches up a little bit by pulling them over. So that actually did help there. So that looks really even and nice. And look, all this fabric here, you can't see it. It's really neat. So I'm going to go around now and do the same thing and make sure I'm hiding all of that fabric. Okay, almost there, but what do you do if your thread runs out? I thought I'd cut enough, but I didn't. It's really hard to gauge how much thread you're going to need. So actually it's good that this happened because I can show you what to do if you run out of thread. That's not going to get us to the end, and if it did, it would be just messy anyway. So just let it go so that you've got a bit of thread left. That's fine, just leave that there because I'll show you, we'll hide it once we've finished the rest of it. So get some more thread, and we're going to use, that should definitely be enough for what's left. Then what we're going to do is, like we did at the start, we're going to go to the point where we'd want the next stitch to be. I'm just going to go through the fabric first, get rid of that old thread. Through the fabric first, it's getting in the way. And then up through the felt and the fabric, wrap the thread around the needle. There we go. And just leave that extra thread there until we've finished. And now you can just carry on as you were before. Okay, I'm about to finish the last stitch. So I I've just pulled that through. And now, what do I do with all this thread? Because I don't just want to tie a knot in it and cut it off because it'll be sticking out. So I feel like the best way to get rid of this thread is to go along and link it through these stitches that I did at the start. So keep going the way that you're going, and I'm just going to go underneath that stitch that I did at the beginning. It's not usually this fiddly. Right, there we go. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do that for a few of them, just so there's no way it's going to come undone. So there we go, into that stitch. Oops. Under this stitch. And one more, I'd say. There we go, that's not going anywhere now. And now I can just cut as close to it as I can, like so, and look, that's basically invisible. And then with the part that where I ran out of thread before, I'll do the same thing. Thread it through the needle again, and go through the stitch the way I was going. There we go, and do it at least 3 times. And then no need for a knot, and you can just cut. And there you go. You can always neaten it up a little bit if there are any of the stitches have like come down the fell or anything like that. Just take your needle, just push them out, and they should stay. And any bits of fabric that you feel like you missed, you can. It's happy to go where you want it to go, to be honest. So yeah, that is the finished backing of your hoop. And so it's all neat behind there now, all your fabric's behind, you can't see any of it at the front, it looks really neat. Obviously make sure your hoop's nice and tight and your fabric's still taut and has been taut the whole time. And yeah, now you can hang it against the hang it up on the wall, and it's going to be nice and flat. Something that I've done quite a few times actually as well, the great thing about using felt for the back, you can actually embroider on this. So you could, if this was a gift, you could embroider something nice on the back. Like I've embroidered like happy birthday, love, from whoever it's from on the back before. You could also, you know, if you're running a business, you could have your logo on the back, or sometimes I put my sticker on the back. And that is why this is my favourite way of backing them. I just think it's the neatest, it looks the best, and it's multifunctional. You can do different things with it.